Let's do an art talk. I'm gonna do Godhand, which is above my head here. And it started with an image. It was actually inspired by one of my friends. And I did, where's the gesture drawing? It's in here somewhere. There we go. And I kind of wanted to do, there's a few in here. I wanted to do an like some sort of some sort of, incorporation. It didn't really work out. See the concept here. A bit weird, or something similar. In the idea, but it was better to just leave it. So this is the gesture, right? In pencil first, and this is again out of my sketchbook. There's some other weird stuff in here too. It's not exactly 100%. But this is like also, so again, the for my brother, I did a pencil sketch of it first here before I even started. And then I did, well, let's see, these are on Instagram as well. Just stuff to do when I was in Kelowna. Then this other one, this other meter right here. Trying to figure out what was going to work and what colors to put to incorporate in order to get the mid-tones, right? And then whatever else is in here. I have this other concept which I might do at some point, which is it's a play on Edward Hopper, which is Nighthawks at the end of the universe. So it would be space and around the edge here. Let's see, what else? Then I have my Charlie Hebdo inspired cartoons of political figures. But that's not what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about Godhand here. So one of my lifelong friends is an electrician, and well, again, he's related to a painter here in London. She's very old, Virginia Codwell, and we've chatted like once before in our lives, but she's has some ailments, so we don't see her. I don't see her at all. They're very guarded of her, and anyway, so let's take this off the wall here. This was, painted in 2021, and underneath is actually a self-portrait. And then also, I tried to do my aunt after she died. She was my godmother. It didn't quite work. But anyways, this is Godhand. Okay. So it looks like a mushroom, right? Yeah. I accomplished this, something of this size, I can do basically within a night. And there may or may not have been some influence to my consciousness at the time. Because, when you get into flow state, then it's very different. And this is why this painting and that painting here, 2021, these two two pivotal, I would say, in my opinion, paintings because of the just because of the subject material, and if we're gonna get religious, God-given talents, right? So I'm always torn as to what do I want to do with my life, right? How can I support all of these avenues? And it can be very hard to choose. It makes me look crazy and unorganized, or schizophrenic to some people, which and again, this is finished. This is finished in a high gloss varnish, you know, because just like Lighthorn over here. Let's get Lighthorn. So this French nuke, right? They're both the same size. This was in Lighthorn was done in 2020. See, right? So one is about fusion, and the other one is about electricity, but they both produce plasma upon and different wavelengths of light upon the chain reaction, right? This is a chain reaction here, as is this here. Trying to find an equilibrium and a balance from the stimulation of the atoms, right? So I'm going to put Lighthorn back up on the wall. So, again, have a good look at it. I'll put this back on the wall. So, again, to be an oil painter, you really have to understand the chemistry behind all of it for permanence. And both those paintings have seen the day of light of day. So I know they're going to last for a very long time. And, again, just like a lot of things, I have some separation anxiety from these things. So I don't have any children as of this moment. And I've put so much effort into all of these oil paintings that if I am to sell them, I want them to go to a good home. And that's why I prefer to give them to people, because they're pieces of my life. And, just like how this is coming together here, space is not empty. As is the micro, so is the macro, right? With all God created things. So is, the microverse, right? Quirks and quarks as to celestial bodies. And, I think about instances in my life where, okay, so when I was young, something that country kids do or otherwise will put their hands onto electric fences, try to time it so that you don't get shocked. And I stuck a fork or a knife in an electrical socket once when I was very young, upon moving to London. And I've stood beside someone or close to someone that, when lightning struck, ground lightning, he was wearing a metal brace. This actually happened at Borden and Dali, right? So he's in one of my other videos with the history of propaganda. And and it could have very well struck me, or someone else close by. But with these talents, you can feel like you've been struck by lightning, and you have so much inspiration or energy to deal with that it's hard to contain. And there's that concept of lightning in a bottle, of one hit wonders and so forth. And I've never tried to. Well, actually, I have tried to recapture lightning in a bottle, and try to achieve popularity or widespread relevance. Or what's it? What widespread appeal? Excuse me. Instead of just staying true to what I'm good at, and always trying to push, what I can do with a brush stroke, and how much emotion I can put into something that's realistic at the same time. Say like my mongoose here, or the starfighter, and the same with everything that I do, right? Like, because and okay, so the important detail, which might horrify some people who use oil paints, is that a lot of the blending was done with this finger, right, in little circles, little circles like that. And I'm not sure I could ever recreate something like that, because a lot of these paintings are, again, done with such capacity of emotion and such large bandwidth, right? You're trying to concentrate on a specific energy wavelength and communicate with, say, a higher existence or a higher plane of consciousness, in order to bring this child into existence. So, what can I say? You want to look at my brushes? They're all here for the most part. Okay, I've never really thrown any of them away. These are the current ones I'm using right now. With just at this very moment, with this space is not empty. So, like, doing clouds and the dispersal of light is very challenging, and I enjoy that that part of oil painting, that quality that it has, the luminosity, and I don't mind that it can take so long to dry. You've got a lot of freedom and capacity for creativity and allowance of mistakes. It's very forgiving once you understand it. And what more can I say? I stare at these images like tattoos for a very long time, and that's how I know I'm comfortable with them, and that I'll never get bored of them. So thanks for tuning in for this one. This was Godhand and this art talk. Again, that painting was done in 2021, and I hope you stay tuned for the next one.